Gonna need this key for that car, and these keys for that car, and these keys for my wagon, and these keys for the basement door. Yeah, that'll do. The weather was showing rain today, but thankfully we got blue skies yet again. Car number 1. Vehicle number 2. And last but certainly not least, vehicle number 3. The trusty Bora wagon looking fantastic as always. Always looking so good. She needs a tire shine though. We'll do that real quick before we leave. But wagon, otherwise, there's a lot of cars. There's a lot of cars here. If someone that didn't know us came over to the house, they'd be like, who are all of these people that are at your house? And it's really just 2 of us that are. It's a problem. It's not a problem. It's a slight problem. We cannot be seen with crusty tires. Got ourselves the, what is this, Mother's Speed Tire Shine. It actually works really well. Kind of just spray it on and then wipe it through, but like it covers really well. Yeah, can't have the crusty tires. Can't be doing that. I forgot how much work we put in this interior. Like after being in that car for a little while, just like it's much cleaner now, but like the door cards, all the wood trim pieces we had to source, the wheel, like, ooh, it's looking. Feels nice to be back in this wagon. The good old trusty 1.6, always coming through no matter what. This has truly been one of the greatest purchases I've ever made. So the plan for today, first off, heading to the post office, a quick run, drop off the bumper, and then I'm gonna call GK and fingers crossed to tell me that the tensioner for the TDI wagon is actually in today, and then hopefully knock out the serpentine belt and the tensioner today. We also want to do the timing belt. We want to do an EGR delete. We want to clean the intake manifold out. I want to drain the intercooler. There's just a lot of stuff in that car we want to do, and thankfully the car will be on the road for a little while still, so by the time it actually is ready to be like registered and stuff, we'll have everything done. But yeah, I definitely want to clean out the intake manifold, clean out the EGR. Well, I only am going to clean out this current EGR because we're not really driving the car much, but I do want to delete it. But I watched a few videos, it gets gunked up like crazy bad, and you want to get all that stuff out of there, out of the intake manifold and the EGR valve. And then you also want to drain the intercooler, because if you get more airflow, it can suck the oil that's inside the intercooler up into the engine. Then you have a runaway diesel, and that's just never good. But I've been learning a lot about the diesels. You guys reaching out to me, which is super helpful, so thank you guys so much for that. And I'm just excited to see where this leads. I'm excited to learn about a new engine and just all this diesel stuff. All right, post office is done. Let's see if GK has the tensioner. I hope they do. Really hope they do. Smith is the last name. I had a belt tensioner.
Just a moment, sir.
Thank you.
Belt tensioner and timing belt, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the parts are in.
All right, perfect. I'll be over there in a while, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, as we pass the junkyard, a quick moment of silence due to the fact that my V5 is currently in quarantine and we don't know when they will reopen. Pick me up for Smith.
Yeah, the
tensioner and the belt.
Tensioner.
Yes,
okay, give me a moment, sir.
Thank you. Got our parts here, and I actually noticed this actually says timing belt. So I asked for a serpentine belt, and they gave me the timing belt, which we do need this anyways. We're just not doing this just yet. I want to do the serpentine belt along with this. We also need to probably do an alternator as well, because maybe that's why it's actually squeaking and why tensioner went bad. But I mean, we're gonna need this eventually. Just wasn't planning on doing that just yet. We have our tensioner here, which is not what I asked for at all. I think this is a tensioner for the timing belt, and I asked her for the tensioner for the serpentine belt, and she gave me all the wrong things. I mean, I needed this, and this goes with this, and we do need this setup, but I just didn't want this setup yet. Well, that kind of kills the video for today, because the plan was to do the serpentine belt and also the tensioner, and it's that knocked out. But now I can't do that yet because I'm not doing the timing belt. One, I don't know how to do it just yet in that car, or probably don't have the tools to do it, but that's not a choice for today. So I'm gonna hop online, probably just order this stuff, because I've ordered things here before, and it's pretty quick, but I've got things wrong here multiple times, and I told her I need the serpentine belt and the tensioner for that same belt, and now I have time belt stuff, which I mean, we do need, just not right this second. So I'm just gonna order it online. But as for today's video, I don't know what we're gonna do now, because Yeah, all right, well, here we go. The only issue I see with trying to order parts online right now with how everything in the world is going, it might take a while or not come for a long time if we order online right now. I can't guarantee how fast I'll actually be to the house or not. So that's kind of a risk we take, but we'll see. I could go through them again through GK right here, but actually I was talking to the guy here and he said they might be closing this week and be closed for a couple weeks as well. So that would be just off the table altogether. So it's a big mess right now. It's a big mess. On the bright side though, there looks to be either a V5 4Motion, VR6 4Motion, TDI, some sort of 4Motion wagon right here. Look at that thing. Not bad. Actually, those are the wheels I'm gonna have in my car pretty soon. That thing's nice. Has the 4Motion lip in the front, the wheels I'm gonna have. I wonder if it's a VR6 or not. It has the lip like I want in the back too. So with that 4Motion lip and the HID headlights, it's probably a VR6. Could be a TDI as well, but more than likely it's a VR6 4Motion. That thing's nice, so what a clean wagon. So I guess what we actually can do today, we will jack up the car and we'll go ahead and drain the intercooler today at least. We've got the wagon up and on a jack stand, and the intercooler is right up under here. You actually can see it right there. So if we head under the car here, see what we got. So our intercooler is right here, and what they do is they drill a hole right about here in the lowest point of this. You actually kind of see some of the oil residue. Maybe from up higher. I can't tell if it's leaking somewhere else or just a bunch of residue right here. But you drill a hole right about here, let it all drain out, and then seal it back with a little screw, and you're pretty much good to go. Pretty easy to do, but it's pretty important. There's some gunk up there, whether that's from oil or, I don't know, looks pretty nasty right there though. Pretty nasty. Other than that, it looks fairly clean under here. I don't really see anything too crazy. But let's get started. We've got a drill and our nice tiny drill bit. I got this water bottle cut in half so we can catch all the oil and see how much we actually have come out of there. I'm assuming it's gonna be a good little bit because I'm pretty sure it's never been done. All right, so we're going to drill a hole in the lowest point, so right about here, I would say. And hopefully get ready to catch whatever oil's about to come out of here and not get shot in the face with oil. I want to get out of the splash zone here if I can. Okay, here we go, that's better. We're through. All right, and there comes the oil. Maybe I should drill a bigger hole. I didn't drill let's walk on a little bit. Let's see. All right, oh, there she comes. We'll see how much we get. You can see it dripping out there. I said I might have to make a bigger hole, or maybe there's just not that much. We'll see. I might try to wall this hole out a little bit bigger because I don't want to use too big of a drill bit, because the bigger bit you use, the bigger screw has to go back inside the hole to plug it. So I want to start out small, but I'll let it drip for a minute and just see how much we actually get. So it's been going for a minute now. There's a decent amount in there, but not like any type of crazy drain. This is good, but I think the video I watched, the guy actually drilled over here, so I'm gonna try one more hole just to make sure I get everything out of there, and then go ahead and seal it back up. But for now, we have you can see there, it's about up to about here or so with fluid. So I mean, anything we can get out of there is good, but we'll try one more hole, and so I can't get anything over here that's in there stuck out, and then we'll go ahead and close up both holes. Hole number 2 is now drilled, but still it's a very light drip, so I'm just, maybe there wasn't that much. I mean, there's still a decent amount that came out, but I was expecting it to be like way up here, so like a crazy amount to come out of here, because it's probably never been done. But honestly, it's really not that bad. And I used the same size drill bit the guy in the video did, and his was like just pouring out for like 5 minutes straight, and mine's just kind of dripping. So maybe there's just not that much in there, which is good. So I walked into the barn just for a second. I come back and the wind knocked over my little ball there. So now I was gonna try and show you guys a nice little level and measure it, but now it's all there. So that's how much oil came out of the intercooler. I was expecting a lot more than that, but I guess that's good that there was less oil in there versus being more. So now at least it's drained, the screws are in, it's all plugged up, and we are pretty much done for today, and I have a mess to clean up. And just like that, the little TDI is back on the ground and our intercooler is oil free. I've been bragging a bunch on how nice the weather's been, but tomorrow for Saturday, we have a little rain icon. And look at this. Starting at 3 a.m. tonight, we got rain pretty much all day tomorrow, but then Sunday through the next week, it's all sunny again, but looks like tomorrow's gonna be pretty crappy. So possibly we might not have a video for tomorrow, depending on how the weather is. But if not, we'll pick back up on Sunday when the weather is nicer. So if there's no video on Saturday, we'll pick back up on Sunday, but then you guys can kind of vote for what you want to see. So two options for Sunday are either going with one group over to Apex at the Nürburgring, touring their kind of cars in their facility. We can't obviously drive the track because it's closed, but we'll actually be there at the Nürburgring and touring Apex, or go with another group and then we can go do some more back road driving with Miley, the R32, and whatever other cars show up. So that's your two options. Apex tour for Sunday or back road drive with the VR6s. Let me know below, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, be thankful for today. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.